We have deadly weapons
How are you
that could
doing, my
destroy
boy?
our planet. Lead us carefully, but boldly.
How are your sisters
Build a
doing?
global
I love you
community that can
guys.
stand for years to come. The great wave of Buddhism follows you, Shikan of Japan, Hojo Tokimun. Your people truly understand what it is to practice balance, and even your finest samurai will be well learned and spiritually apt. Be strong, embrace the divine wind, and you will reach enlightenment.
Even though the future seems... لا.
You can never plan the...
Those dumb doctors. They feed those things. You know, the hospitals. You know, wondering why they embalm people. They take those organs. Do you not know where they deliver those organs? They feed those to those things, those Indians, those Mauritians. They eat those internal organs. Those Hindus. Those, there are certain hospitals, especially in China, who don't practice that because they're from a different faction. But here, in this nation filled with dogs, you could just see how demonic their politicians are. Some of those politicians, they know this. They know that it's happening, but they're not doing anything. That just says a lot about their character. They're cowards. You know, here, some kids, they get abducted. For example, they're on their way home, especially in the province, the lowlands they call. When the kids are on their way home or something like that on the streets, they suddenly get abducted by a group of masked men or something like that. They get those kids get placed in a vehicle, and they never see the kids again. So that one, it's their mafia here who's feeding those things. So whoever is the head of the mafia in this country, they should, I think they already, that guy. It's their, that branch they have here, that order of Solomon. Those Apple, whatever their fraternities are, their heads, their, whoever their president is, Oh, just like that. That's what they do in the hospital. So you're not wondering why they take out those organs. They take out the liver and things like that. They feed those. Remember that thing I told you about a group of people, of mortals? They pretend they only eat, what do you call this? They only eat vegetables, so that when people start waking up, and people start, some people start, whistleblowing, that, this, that group, those Hindus, those Indians, those Mauritians, or those vegetarians, they say, are eating, humans, internal organs and things like that, childs, and, they would say we only eat vegetable and things like that. So it's a part of deception. That's why I don't trust Indians. Those dark-skinned, they look different, don't they? If you're gonna try and search the internet, there's this video of an Indian guy, and he's eating glass, and the video shows like 4 seconds of the video shows his teeth suddenly changing, shifting, you'd see, and then after 4 seconds or 2 seconds after he swallows the glass he just chewed up, his teeth goes back to normal. And it's not edited. You see, I'm telling you, those are not humans. And your politicians, whoever your politicians are, they're not doing anything about it. That means they're working for those demons. I'm not wondering why so many countries You're not wondering why so many countries they don't like China? Like China is like Russia. The media, the Western media, the American media, they only say bad things about China and Russia to, that example I've made about that poison arrow. That what do you call this? That example I made, I said about the poison arrow with that game Assassin's Creed Odyssey, isn't it? Several as you shoot the enemy with those arrows, the poison that is being injected into the target builds up. So it's the same with those whatever they show on those American Western media. Just like those poison arrows, those bad things, bad comments, bad notions about China and Russia, to build up that, to brainwash the public not to trust the Chinese, the Russians, or the North Koreans, because they know the truth. That's why, and that means that those Western media who is targeting China and Russia, they work for those Jews, those Arabs, those Muslims, that order of Solomon I was telling you about. Because they're afraid of the Chinese, those Indians. Don't you see it on the news every time? So often the Indian media, they target China, like through those propagandas they have, just like that poison arrow. Because the Chinese, they have a way of fighting those demons. That's why. The most of the population there, they have such simple minds. They got brainwashed so easily that they believe anything they see on television or on the internet or about those Those propagandists I was telling you about, they just say something bad about China or something like that. They believe it. I'll tell you something. Don't you know that there is an island here on this planet that is not shown on the maps? They are hiding that island. So that's a part of brainwashing. It's not shown on the maps that were printed and things like that. So that's why I'm telling you. That's how those Jews. That's why I don't like Jews. Like, cause I know there's a reason I hate Jews. I hate Muslims. I hate Christians. I hate Catholics. I hate Indians, Mauritians. I hate those what do you call this? Those groups. And there's a reason for that. I won't hate anybody for no reason. For no if it's not sensible, a sensible reason. Are you now wondering in the hospitals? Why do they take those organs? They feed those. Some of those organs, some of the doctors who's doing that, like their initiation or something like that, into that dark hat fraternity of doctors I told you about that I've been killing. They take those organs from those morgues in the hospitals and then they give those to those things. That's why it means if there is somebody abducting children or something like that, and the hospital, you're gonna find links of hospitals like, you know, delivering some harvested organs from those corpses, giving it to those things I've mentioned. That means that even their media, the media in that country are working for those things. So that means their celebrities there. That's the dark hat celebrities. You know those things they say, those who sold their souls to the devil? That's what I'm talking about. You can never trust those media people. Those celebrities, if they are from that dark hat sect. Here, since there are those abductions going on, and I found out from the reports that the hospitals here are doing that, the doctors are doing that, harvesting those organs and feeding it to those things. That means they have those what do you call this? Those celebrities. They only whatever they show on how they act in front of the camera, smiling, things like that. But behind the camera, they must be very hideous individuals. Like their personality must be very terrible. That's why. You know that Pepsi Paloma thing? That lady who they gang raped, and that former cop they had to rape the lady, pretended to have saved the lady, and then raped the lady, and then murdered the lady, and then made it look like it was suicide. And then this dumb senator, former senator, or whatever his title position is, who is a Mason. But regardless, I've said, whatever degree the Mason has, whoever it is, I'll just slap the guy clean, the head of the guy clean off, just like that. If I don't like the guy, I said you can go and call whoever Mason you think you might be able to help you, but whatever degree that person or Mason might have, I'll just slap both of your heads clean off, right there and then. You know that dumb senator they've had, that con artist, pointed a gun at the head of that Pepsi Paloma lady while letting the lady sign testimony they themselves, the gang rapists, wrote. Is that the, what do you call this? Is that the, are those acts of people you would like to lead your country? That's dumb. And this dumb, the mongrel I've just killed, the president of the Philippines, who I've just killed, his dumb dad works for that Order of Solomon I was telling you about. they've abducted kids. You know that what's the name of that bridge? San Juanico Bridge or something like that, which will be destroyed in the next few months because we need to change that because it's tainted with black magic. They practice black magic because they work for those Jews, those imbeciles who have that what do you call this? That temple thing, that golden temple thing, which I've just ordered to be bombarded. Like we need to clean this planet from those those foul, vile, disgusting filths. And so I was telling you that San Juanico Bridge, which will be destroyed in the next few months, and a new bridge would be what do you call this? Would replace it. That dumb dictator has been abducting kids. Has had abducted kids, and they take the blood of the kids and they mix it with the cement. And then that's what they used to build that one. That's why I know they're working for the Jews. That's a practice. That's a Jewish practice. See? And then you vote these people into office, not knowing these things, because they kept you blind from seeing these things. And you people, the population who have such simple minds, believe and believe these mongrels who are now dead. And just a while ago, I was there in the garden, like the small pavilion here, my garden. And there was this code like don't whistle blow, because they're afraid now. So many of their members, just like that. Don't whistle blow. Who the hell are those people telling me not to whistle blow? I emerge from the first Grand Ancient Temple of the Grand Ancient Order, carrying the rank of a god. I do as I please. That's why I'm telling you, if the Chinese, those that what do you call this? That faction, the Koreans, the Chinese, the Japanese, and Iceland, those places, if they decide not to help, like for example, people are believing those Western media attacks, those propagandas being targeting those nations, especially China, and then people start believing those propagandas and they don't listen to China anymore. If the Chinese decide not to help, holy macaroni! I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. There are things you don't know. I'm telling you now. Look, when was that was a month ago, over a month ago. I've insulted all these politicians. I've killed like those so many of those dark hat, those Order of Solomon imbeciles. I'm still here. Still, what do you call this? I can still insult. I still have I've my what do you call this? I still wield unlimited power. I go out. And people look at me, and I look at them, and then they stop talking. I sit there at a small pavilion with this side over there, which is open, like like for sniper positions. But nothing. All those places there, they're blocked. Even before I started, Oh, there, no, nothing's gonna, what do you call this? They can't touch me. They touch me, this place gets bombarded. You might be hearing from the news, starting yesterday perhaps, when I started talking about those dogs. Secretly, perhaps, or through gossips, or some people telling me something's going on and things like that with that pharmaceutical thing. And, you know, some Masons being hunted down. I don't care if they're Masons or Skull and Bones. What else are those secret societies? Skull and Bones, those Masons, Templars, Knights Templars, whatever their affiliation is. I'll just slap their heads clean off. You know those, what do you call this? Those, on YouTube, there's this group of, like, individuals who've insulted those Mexican cartels. And then just a few days after insulting those Mexican cartels, those individuals who've insulted those Mexican cartels, or the high-ranking members of those Mexican cartels, those people, they got killed. I've insulted those cartels, even the Spanish mafia, the Italian mafia. I've even bombarded several villas of the Italian mafia. Where? And this dumb, what do you call this, that Duterte guy, that dumb dog, who I also ordered like that. He thought he was so tough. He was going against the Mexican cartels and the Spanish mafia. When there was this thing about the Federation thing, there's this a blood war going on between those mafia cartels, those mafia organizations. There's a secret blood war going on. And this imbecile, this Duterte guy, he thought he can get involved, and he thought he won't be touched. Look at what happened to that guy before I ordered him be like that. He was asking for help. You see? He was so tough, he thought he can take on those organizations with this tactic. Those who ride the, what do you call this, the motorcycle. Those international, what do you call this, mafia organizations, and those cartels. They're different. You think they're just, some of those are Masons. And that Duterte guy, he's a Mason as well. He's a Mason. I think he's a Grand Mason or something. But regardless, he still works for that Order of Solomon. Someone who knows the way of the Force, but is a Sith. I said, even if you're a Grand Mason, you call whoever a Grand Mason you know with whatever rank. If I don't like you, I said, I'll slap your head clean off. Then, you know that that personality of that old that dog, very tough, thinks he can take on anybody just because he has guns and things like that. Like that. And you might think I'm similar to that guy. That guy's whatever power or influence he thought he had, it's only limited here. Mine extends out in orbit. And that guy, like, what do you call this? He doesn't know that some of those, there's a reason. There's a reason why certain mafia organizations are good. And there's a reason why certain mafia organizations are bad. There's a reason for those things. Those drugs, those things. Why is it that they sell these drugs and this and that? There's a reason for that one. And of course, I'm not saying using or taking drugs is good. I absolutely didn't say that. But there's a reason for that. And these dumb dogs who have been taking bribes, following instructions from those Masons or those Mongols I've just like that, are actually could be charged with sabotage. Because this is one function of my office, like fighting those things. And these imbeciles, they're getting in the way. They were in the way. What the hell? They don't even know that. Maybe they're working for those things as well. If they find out that they're working for those things, there's a secret organization who executes people. And that's why that organization who executes those people working for that Order of Solomon have had helped me as well. Some of the factions under my control who also does that. They kill those that story from that movie Star Wars, that what do you call that that council, that Jedi, they have a principle, isn't it? Like when they find out that person is who knows the way of the Force and this is Sith, they usually say Sith Lords are our speciality. That's what they say, isn't it? And they try and kill the Sith Lord. That's the same thing with that those organizations. Maybe those people, those dogs, who doesn't even know how important that task of my office is, and we're getting in the way, and they didn't know that the reason why they were being bribed and being given instructions by those mongrels I've just ordered be killed, be slayed, is because they're enemies. You know what I mean? They're trying to not make me perform that very important function of my office, which is to attack their faction, the faction of those demons. These dumb mongrels, they don't even know that at the first sight of money, they sit like dogs, not even knowing the reason why they are being bribed and giving instructions. maybe some people are wondering, what would happen now? What would happen now? Sorry, let me just do something really quick. And so I was saying, some people must be wondering, if we take out these doctors, how would the health of the public be? That is one way these doctors have that sort of blackmail, if you know what I mean. They try and blackmail the population that, if you don't listen to us, or if you take us out, who's gonna take care of you? That is an absolute lie. I'm telling you now. You know those modern traditional doctors from China? They're really good. Like it doesn't. When I say traditional doctors, it doesn't only pertain to those Chinese medicine. It's a mix of modern conventional medicine, and a mix of that ancient Chinese medicine. That Chinese traditional way of healing. So that's better, isn't it? And you're gonna be sure that those doctors won't try and shorten your lives so they can take your organs and give it to those things. That is what doctors do, and those pharmaceutical what do you call this? Those pharmaceutical giants who have threatened and blackmailed. They make diseases to shorten, just like that, what do you call this? That thing I told you about, the mechanic. The mechanic fixes a client's car and then secretly makes a problem, another problem. And then a few weeks later, that problem arises. The client experiences the problem. There's another problem in the car, not knowing that problem was made by the mechanic. Now the client goes back to that mechanic, and just a few minutes, the mechanic fixed the car, because the mechanic knows what the problem is, because he created it. That is how those pharmaceutical companies and those dark hat pharmaceutical companies and dark hat doctors do things. They make diseases, and then they make drugs for those diseases, so that they have, a way of making money, or people would follow those. Wow, there's a cure for this disease, not knowing that they make those diseases, so that they can shorten the lives of people, their patients, and things like that. So that they can feed those things, they can harvest those organs. It's not just about that depopulation thing, it's those things. They're asking for those organs. Now, wondering, you believe there be a disease that would come out, or that pandemic thing, and then suddenly they pretend there's no vaccine for it, and then after a few months suddenly there's a vaccine for it? Holy macaroni. I haven't even told you the truth about the investigations I made about that COVID thing, and you're gonna be shocked. That's why I don't like doctors. Doctors, psychiatrists, psychologists. I don't like those professions, those fields. When you go to the hospital, like there, you're probably gonna meet doctors who are way in over their heads. You know what I mean? Like people of a very bloated head, like they have they think they're gods or something like that. That they can. Those are like especially those consultants, those very old, not very old, but probably even those young consultants, those doctors, they probably are very arrogant, things like that. You want? I'll call one of those very arrogant doctors in front of the gate of this house, my house, and then I'll slit his throat. I told you, no matter who it is, no matter how intelligent that person thinks he is, when they're working for those dark hat fraternities, I will tell you, best not tell you that report about the investigation, the results of the investigation I made with that COVID thing. I'll keep that secret. Somebody might suddenly make claims that they were the ones who investigated, and that was their what do you call this, conclusion. That's how these dumb dogs do things. They make claims that they they were the ones who did this. Just dumb dogs. If you were to translate a dumb dog in their filthy language, it would probably hurt the feelings of those dumb dogs. But I don't care, cause they too, they didn't what do you call this, respect my me. So I don't care if I call them dumb dogs or probably like the most the worst adjective to use for insulting somebody to the lowest possible level, like like worms or worse than worms. It doesn't matter to me, like so what? I'm not even Filipino. and they thought they could bribe me. And they thought there's this thing they call like a gold digger. They think I'm a gold digger who they didn't know how hard it was for me to make all those things legally. Those resources I've had. I didn't get those from like marrying my wife, because my wife's very rich, very rich. But before I married my wife, I was already very rich as well. So and I made those with my own effort. So why would they call me a gold digger? How, with what grounds? Perhaps maybe literally a gold digger, like one of my what do you call this? One of the companies I control, they literally mine gold. But in a very responsible way, unlike those other mining corporations. I mine gold, I mine diamond, Adidas, what else? Sony, Heineken, and other more, what do you call this? Companies that I have investments with. So how could I be a gold digger then? That was hard work. And aside from that, because there's this thing with the grand ancient order, that one I need to keep a secret. So when I was born, there was already a very huge amount waiting for me. You know those people who just said don't whistle blow or something like that? When they were trying to kill me, did they stop? That is the question, isn't it? So now that they're getting hurt, and now that they know that I'm not bluffing and I don't play around, when I send death threats, they're actual deaths. Now they're gonna say, don't whistle blow, don't kill us, things like that. I said no. I will kill you. That's what I said. I don't offer plato with that plato pluma. I don't offer plato to my opponents. And anyone who would ask me that question, I'd slap the head clean off. And this another faction I really don't like, the Christians, the Catholics. I don't like those churches. They think that sacred text they read, they think it's a good thing. They don't know. Don't you know that Jesus Christ is a relative of that Muhammad, whatever that filthy dog's name is. Muhammad, is it? With the Muslims? Don't you know that those two are relatives? So that means Jesus Christ is an Arab, and he was preaching Islam before Christianity was made. There's a very deep deception that you don't know, and I know. That's why people think this guy doesn't like Jesus Christ, he must be a demon. There's a reason for that. I told you there's always a reason. When I don't like something, there's a reason behind that. It's the truth. That is the reason behind that. And you see these mongrels like following those isn't it? That's true. That when they know somebody doesn't like Jesus Christ, they would think that the person is a devil or a demonic or possessed by a demon or something like that. Why don't you try and look in the internet? Try and see. Try and search the family tree of Jesus Christ and Muhammad. You're gonna see they're relatives. That means Jesus Christ is an Arab. He's a Muslim. So why is it that what's the reason they wrote the Bible, and they wrote that disgusting thing they call the Quran? It was to deceive and brainwash the people. They're working together, just like that those Aquinos who are now, and those Marcoses pretending they hated each other, so that the people who doesn't like the other would vote the other, but not knowing they work as a team. That's the same thing with the with the Quran and that sacred texts by the Christians. That one is greatly influenced by the Muslims, by the Arabs. That sacred Christian thing, sacred text. You don't know the Arabs. They are a very old race. They go way back. They are an old race. They know psychology, warfare, and things like that. So why is it that what do you call this? Why do they do that? Like why is the that sacred text for them? It is to put a leash on the public, that when somebody tries and attack, because there's a secret Jesus, like the real Christ, not from the Arabs. So that when people start believing that a real Christ has come or has arrived, they would think that crucifying the guy and things like that would be a good thing. So that is a thought implantation thing, which is your sacred Christian text for you. That is a very deep psychological thought implantation device or tool that those that race, that Arab race, the Hindu race, the Indian race, those dark-skinned Egyptians. That's why I call those that race, those dark-skinned Egyptians. So now I'm attacking the Christian text, the sacred Christian text, and they would think the priests, even perhaps the Pope, the Catholic, they would think, why are you attacking the sacred Christian text? And that's the reason. That's the reason why. Isn't that what do you call this? Isn't that reason good enough for me to like even burn that what do you call this? That sacred Christian text together with the? I'll tell you something. So I told you I've read the that Quran thing, that toilet paper thing. After I read that thing, you know what I did? I burned that thing. And then there's this other book, like 100 names of Allah or something, whatever the name of their deity is. I burned that book as well. Both those books I burned. And then those dumb Muslims who doesn't know the truth, because it's like a case system when it comes to how much a member knows about their religion. So below, or probably 1, 2, 3 floors below that pyramid, that case system, those members, they don't know anything. They just follow. They just They just what do you call this? They just believe and they attack anyone who would try and attack their Quran or their Allah or their what do you call this? That Muhammad guy, not knowing they're being used as shields, as weapons of those who know the truth, who are on top of, or higher on the higher levels of that case system they have, a case system of the truth that they are hiding and are only giving to those who are, you know what I'm trying to say, higher than those who are below. That is the truth. That's why I don't like those religions. That's why I'm a Buddhist. I'm a pagan. You don't even know that, what do you call this? Would an angel visit the real angels? Let's just say, for example, real angels exist. Do you think they would visit a place where there is a cross? Or an Arab, an Arab Jesus Christ is being worshipped or something like that? I don't think so. And now, since the Jewish banking system, the cabal, had a grip on society, education, jobs, works, banking, and things like that, people would think just because they're praying in that church that this must be the real church. They're blessed. They must be blessed, not knowing that that is a subliminal thought implantation that that faction of the Muslims, the Jews, and those Catholics, those Catholics who know things, those Templars, Knight Templars, whatever they're that faction of dark-skinned Egyptians. A subliminal thought implantation that would make people think that they're praying, they're going to this church. It's a Catholic church, it's a Christian church, it's a Muslim church, not knowing that the system that had been manipulated and influenced by the Jewish, who has control on those what can be taught in universities, why it's allowed to be taught in universities, why it's not allowed to be taught in universities, who have control with this, the economy, who had control with the economy and the banking system, are the ones actually providing those things. It's not that, like a blessing from just because they went to church. It's that there's this thing they call in Muslim, is it halal or haram? Is the source, is it good or is it bad? Is the source good or is the source bad? Something like that. So if you're gonna see, because this is a very, very deep topic, like it's gonna take several days for me to finish, as to how the Christian sacred text is a thought implantation tool used by those dumb Mongols. You would see that what I'm telling you is the truth. That those are, in their terms, like haram. Holy macaroni! I wouldn't insult Jesus Christ if I didn't know he was Arab and was actually preaching Islam. What came first? Is it Christianity or that Islam thing? Christianity was made after, isn't it? After he was crucified. So that means when he was growing up, he was preaching Islam. Or that Arab thing. Because I'm telling you already, the Arabs, they are a very, very, very old race. You just don't know that. And some things shown on television about history, like those timelines, those are just to make you think and not think about the truth, the possibility that, they could be older. Such simple minds. You see, you see, when I told you a while ago, when I insulted Jesus Christ, you probably suddenly said this guy is a demon or something like that. But after I told you the truth that he is an Arab, a relative of that Muhammad, and the several reasons I've told you, you probably suddenly realized that I have a reason, isn't it? And my reason is a sensible one. And one effect of believing in that Christian sacred text, one effect of believing in that sacred Christian text. Here, think about it like this. You know that Trojan horse from when Achilles targeted Troy. So there was a Trojan horse that he used, wherein there were several of his people or men inside that horse, that statue they built, and then they infiltrated Troy. And then when everybody was asleep, Achilles and his men got off that Trojan horse and started killing those their enemies, those opponents they had. That is like the Bible, or that Christian sacred text. It's like a Trojan horse. They make people believe what they want to believe, that there's this Jesus Christ, and they need to worship Jesus Christ and things like that. not knowing that it was from it's coming from a source who does not come in peace. They are the ones making wars so that they can sell oil, and they can those if you're gonna see those pharmaceutical companies, some of those big pharmaceutical companies, they're linked with the Arabs. They really, so it's a very, very like those dark-skinned Egyptians, those people who ate human organs. Eisen. Who eat human organs and things like that. So it's like a Trojan horse. So that when somebody starts hating saying bad things about Jesus Christ, who is an Arab, people who have read the Bible would then think, this guy's a demon, this guy's must be possessed or something like that. He's the Antichrist and things like that. But then, is that not enough, good enough reason that finding out that Jesus Christ is an Arab and preaching Islam, and knowing what Muslims do? You know what those Arabs do? They abduct porn stars, females, and then they turn those into sex slaves like they were animals. And then after they're done with those poor ladies, even men, they feed those people to their lions and tigers. I've read so many reports about that. See, isn't the end those war going on so they could sell oil, and you still think they're good, and you still think that Jesus Christ is being an Arab? You think there was no reason behind that? It's one that is maleficent. That's why I don't like Catholics. I don't like whatever teachings they have, or even Christians. I don't believe in those things. I only believe in Buddhism and paganism. And those preachers from those whatever religion they come from, they think they're so smart, insulting me. Why am I insulting Jesus Christ or their sacred Christian text? Who is a fool now? And between me and those dumb preachers, who is stupid now? Isn't it them? They were fooled. Such simple minds.
Even though the future seems... لا. You can never plan the future by the... There is nothing like a dream to create the future. لا. I never think of the future.
Eisen.
There is nothing like a dream.
لا.
I never think of the future.
Sorry, just do something really quick. Thanks. think we're waiting. Sorry, I forgot to tell you.
There is nothing like a... لا.
Excuse me.
There is nothing like a... You can never plan the future.
Ah, ayan. Mabili yan sigarilyo. Bili mo lang sa ano? Bili ka muna sa ano? Ha? Mamaya na. Pagluto ang pancake. Na. Tsaka cobra.
Wala po naman.
Cobra lang. Sige na.
Pag nagkapera po.
Cobra lang.
Pag nagkapera po.
Sige na. Kahit huwag isang kabilin mo.
Oo, sige. Kalahati. Kalahati. Ba't yung nilungan namin ko? Ayaw mo konti? Ano ang nilungan namin natin? Ano? Iayos ko po sana. Iyak ko dyan na lang kami.
Dito na lang ma. Tayo kung nung punta doon sa may gate. Basta. Basta. I love you too, darling. Thank you for the message. Thank you. Teasing me again, huh? That's a secret one. Pam 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 para pam 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 para pam pam pararam. Ay, chavarlas, con pecarme la vida y disfrutar yo. Quiero más, es como quiero ser. Nada más, no un minuto que perder. Con viento, sentir que se para el tiempo, pintar el momento, persiguiendo, saber cantar, pasar flores, calles sin querer. El tiempo. Todo está numando tu puerta, es en coherencia, es como yo vivir. Quiero más, es como quiero ser. Más, no un minuto que perder. Sentir que se para el tiempo, pintar el momento. Si persiguiendo, saber cantar, pasarlo bien por las calles y querer. Navegador, quiero más, un minuto que perder. chicas para dentro. I'm in the city with a little funky song.